What's pop, y'all? It's looking ghastly for DDG's old girl, also baby mama. And no, we're not talking about the Pokemon because she's been having a series of bad weeks. Now, this all started with, of course, her taking the kid, and she was granted a bit of a victory there. She's allowed to take the kid. DDG's barely allowed to see that kid. I think he got to see him for like 36 hours supervised. Almost like when you're in the playpen in the old McDonald's where they used to have those, not those games, but that like little jungle gym inside, and somebody's always got to be watching you. Imagine having to do that with your own kid as a grown man. Whew, tough situation to be in. With that being said, though, Halle Bailey, tides started to turn against her, and everyone feels like the industry is on her side, but it seems like TMZ is not. Now, we have seen TMZ. We know for a fact, if anything Kardashian related, man, TMZ is on that, especially Kim Kardashian related. They probably made so much bread together because when Ye was going at it with Pete Davidson or Skeet, as he called him, or anything having to do with Ye versus the Kardashians, even before Ye went on these tirades, they were writing the most spotless headlines and articles leaning towards the Kardashians and towards Ye. Man, those things were littered with insults, backhanded compliments, and the like. But it's clear that, and of course it makes sense because they have a relationship. Kardashians, they probably make so much money. They're like, hey, we're going to be here. You can get these photos. But in this scenario, paparazzi got some photos of Halle Bailey in Italy while she's been filming a movie. And it doesn't make her look good. Now, off rip, a lot of people were trying to cope with the fact that, oh, she's with the new man, she's enjoying herself, this and that. Yeah, but the reason why I say this isn't a good look is because, number one, they caught this one photo where she's got like a wedgie and she's trying to, like, nobody wants the photos of them trying to pose for a photo to be taken and to be released to the public. And if you guys recall, there was a clip, if I'm able to find it, I'll play it for you guys, but it was a clip where Halle Bailey was on TikTok or IG, and she was talking about like, hey, I deleted that post because I was just feeling really insecure, and it's like my mom body, and I didn't know what to do, and yeah, you know, I'm not feeling really confident because my body's not the same after having a kid. And this was a video that a lot of people were, you know, they were empathetic towards her, and a lot of women were able to relate to her. But even a lot of guys, they were like, damn, there's no way this is the girl that's been terrorizing DDG. She's speaking so softly, and just, you could just not tell, but they could just assume that that's how she handled herself elsewhere. But here, you could see that in the photos that she posted later, which we'll get into. But here she's with this dude, and I don't think this makes DDG jealous whatsoever because DDG was trying to leave her for quite a while. But it just goes to show there was the last time she tried to, I guess people tried to make it that DDG would be jealous. It was with Brent Faiyaz, and Brent Faiyaz wasn't popping. There was no photos with Brent Faiyaz. I still don't even know if her and Brent Faiyaz were in the same city or same island. But this was in Positano, Italy, and people started to try to come for DDG. And then, of course, you've got people that are a bit more DDG defenders, have somewhat of a cordial relationship with DDG, being academics, and he gave his own take of the paparazzi photos. So I'm going to play you guys that right now.
Halle Bailey is now popping out with her new ball. I keep telling y'all, she in her mind, she thinks she India Love. Look, she trying to take the same pictures. When she seen DDG bent over India Love, and she was twerking on it, and like the way he grabbed her hips, the whole time she was like, why he never did that to me? Why? She found her new ball. Her and the other chick, her sister, they Beyonce joints. They think it's Bro, y'all just don't got a sex appeal like that, bro. I ain't gonna cap with you. Halle, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Your ball, nobody knows this. Does he play basketball? Does he do anything? If he's a random, your soul is still gonna be heat. Cause I ain't gonna lie, India Love is popping it. If this can't get on Twitch and get at least 5K viewers, oh hell nah. He can't make a song like DDG. He can't get up in the ring and squabble. You know, DDG do like 20 things. Oh hell nah. Your soul will never, because when you go on the gram, today's the one day we gonna post you and this random nigga right here. The only day. You're back to the gulag after this, okay? You take you and your bum ball to the court with no lines. Go over there. Take that ball and go over there. Okay? You know the court. You know the main court. That's what DDG and India loves on. 3. Curry.
That was the tamed version of the clip. That we really needed to cut that down because, yeah, he went in on her viciously for several minutes. I was like, damn, like, does it gotta go that far? Like, do you got any like dealings with Halle Bailey that we didn't know about? But then you've got other girls posting things like, oh, Halle Bailey living her best life with her new man. I know that, right? And even a lot of people were like, yeah, this guy takes great pictures. And it turns into this competition because keep in mind, Halle Bailey had never popped out with anybody since they had separated, which was towards the end of last year. And she was demonstrating a ton of jealousy from text messages that were given out by DDG and his team, but DDG's been with chick after chick after chick. So this is an attempt to get back at DDG, and it's clear that she was a lot more jealous of him than he's been of her. But then she actually decides to post the photos from that boat, and she captions it, "Just keep swimming." And I like the fact that she posted this. I think this was the best way for her to handle this situation. I know that was a dark couple of days that she had to endure after that, because she's looking at the comments, she's checking what they're saying, and if she already felt insecure in that photo or video that she posted months ago enough to make that video, and that was at a time when she wasn't getting as much hate or any hate really. That was before the restraining order and her trying to take away DDG's kid. Now imagine how much hate and comments she's getting on these photos, the paparazzi ones. So she actually posts the final photos, which I'm like, okay, that's the best move that you could do in this situation. I think it's like fake puffing your chest out where you're like, hey, you know what, I'm actually confident about this, but hey, it's better to fake it than to just sulk and be depressed about it. And then Academics gave his reaction to the new photos with a narrative that's maybe got some accuracy to it. So I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now.
Bro, I feel bad for Shorty now, bro. Like, it's just, bro. You know what the craziest thing is? Like, somebody got to tap her on the shoulder and be like, yo, you're the least attractive girl that DDG's ever been with. Like, I got to keep it a P with you. Like, I don't even want to do it to her, but it's the truth. Like, yo, you're the least attractive girl. So when she's posted, you know what she's supposed to stun on them other girls with? Not thirst pictures. Like, you cannot get at your ex with thirst pictures when you're the least attractive girl he's been with. You got to get at your ex with the fact that he's with a bunch of new girls or whoever is his ex, and they're not as successful as you. You're the most successful girl he's got with. The rest of them are OnlyFans demons. Yo, I hate to give you like free advice. I know you ain't asking, but please, Halle, you're the least attractive girl DDG ever been with. We were looking like, we all thought we could pull you. I ain't gonna cap with you. Like, you just looking at you like just look wise. And I know I ain't no looking either. It's cool. It's cool. My success, I'll leave with success. But when we seen you compared to the rest of the baddies, because we all know a nigga will date a bad bitch from McDonald's. We'll date a baddie from McDonald's. When we seen you, we was like, all right, DDG, we see the play. This is like, you know how girls will date an ugly nigga because the ugly nigga is successful and got the bag, whatever. When we seen DDG with her, we're like, we get it. I said it. I said it's a reverse Uno. Finally, dating up. I said it. Chat, go back and pull the clip. I said it. Finally, niggas dating up. Because we were all looking like Ruby Rose, you bad, but like low-key, you a hoe, and low-key, like, you're selling vagina. Like, yo, you ain't got nothing going on. At least this chick, she's Rock Nation, Beyonce's protege, and she's in Avatar or some shit like that. We're like, yo, bet, she's an upgrade. She's gonna make tens of millions. But we gotta keep it a bean. This, when we see, no disrespect. Somebody said, nah, she bad. Bruv, is she bad? Yo, come on, bro. Like, every girl DDG's been with, she's worse. Come on now. Like, come on, bro. Like, stop with the bullshit. I'm not saying she's ugly. She's not ugly, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, she's the, yo, at least I gotta educate. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with it. Cause me, I just got to that phase of my life. I'm tired of looking at bad I want a bitch with a career. So any chick that got a career, send your LinkedIn to me. No more. Yo, chicks used to pull up on me and send nudes. They'd just be like, spread eagle. I'm like, holy, I like this. Okay, what's the flight info? That I'm off of that now. Send me your LinkedIn. Send me your LinkedIn. Listen, I've been going wrong for the longest time. When you chase Instagram chicks, is the worst. Now I want to see your career. So DDG didn't go wrong with her. Like, us men got to stop chasing looks and freaks and find the chick whose career is set up, whatever, who's not a hoe. The only thing is you can't have the career chick trying to be a hoe. When she taking pictures like this, you're like, baby girl, if I was looking for the chick to take this type of picture, I would have just got India Love from the get-go. Or motherfucking, what's the other one named? Ruby Rose. I liked you because you were classy. That's it.
So looking at this is the conversation that a lot of people will make it about because, frankly, it's more entertaining. It's more entertaining to say, like, for example, Cardi B and Offset, two examples of a celebrity couple, if you want to call it that. Yeah, celebrity couple that broke up within hip hop as well. And they're trying to get back at each other with like, yo, this guy's got a bunch of chicks, she's got a bunch of dudes. And while they were together, he said she cheated on him, which, Bia, where are you? Bia, you need to take advantage of this Cardi B rollout. You need to attach yourself to it somehow, some way. Like, they're working her records. You got to get the free promo off of this. You already dissed her. You were the one that said she cheated on Offset, and then Offset says you're right many months later. So Bia needs to get back into this. So that's enough for mentioning Bia, who is a good rapper, by the way. She makes some good music. Now, back to Cardi B and Offset. We know, especially about their like personality types and what they've demonstrated. I mean, the guy, we already know what he's on, but the Stephon Diggs situation, whatever the aftermath of that is, I don't even really know. But you know they're trying to get back at each other. With DDG and Halle Bailey, to be completely honest, it did not feel like DDG was trying to get back at Halle Bailey whatsoever. It seemed like and this is the whole thing, and then when you bring into it the narrative of, oh, Halle Bailey's trying to be a bad B, and DDG didn't want to behave like that with her. I think that's true, but I think it was DDG trying to mature on his own. So I think DDG was like, yo, I was with Ruby Rose. That was a whole toxic situation. I was with all these other chicks. Let me try to do something that's good for my career, try to level up that way, and clean up a little bit. Like, get a chick that's not like the regular archetype that I go for, and a chick that's not good for content. Like, Halle Bailey was not good for content. He didn't use her whatsoever in his videos. And then he goes down that road, and then he tries it, and then he realizes, like, oh my goodness, I'm getting terrorized worse than I'm getting chased around with knives. I'm like, she's like potentially getting rid of my kid before he's born, like all of these different things going on. And I thought I was choosing, it's like the devil you know or the devil you don't know. He's like, yo, I thought I was cleaning up, but my life is even worse. I'm making less money. People like me less. I'm getting clowned as if I'm her accessory, all this other stuff. And DDG said he tried to leave her multiple times, but she would just, try to reel him back in by saying that she would hurt herself or, God forbid, their kid. So I think DDG was just like, when he was out of the situation, he was just relieved. And he's like, okay, now I can go back to doing what I've always done, because DDG's always been hanging out with chicks. Like, that's been his content for forever. And that's not the mainstay of his content, but it's been an element of his content for forever. So he's just going back to the norm, and he wasn't putting it in anybody's face, nothing like that. Yet Halle Bailey, it's not the norm for her to be jumping from dude to dude or being seen with all of these other guys. And if it is something that was the norm, it was not public. Because DDG, I think he talked about her potentially having like cheated on him with somebody else. We don't know how true that is. But yeah, like for her to pop out with this guy and then Halle Bailey fans trying to make it seem like she won when they clowned DDG for his lack of status. That's what they did. They were like, yo, I can't believe she's with this guy. He's just like a YouTuber. He's not even successful. He had like one hit song, Moonwalking in Calabasas. Like, she should be with this type of guy. So if you get a dude that's objectively lower in the same standard that you were clowning DDG for, you cannot somewhat play that off as like it's a flex. That does not work. We cannot do that. That's a flag on the play. That is not allowed. And that's where I would say, like, okay, yeah, like she's gotta, if she's trying to do this whole, or not even just from her end, like her stands or the people that hate DDG, you cannot try to use this against them unless she pops out with somebody above DDG. Like if she's rolling around with a DaBaby. I don't even know why I said DaBaby. I don't know why that name came to my head, but not a DaBaby, but I don't know who's a good example, like a Timothy Chalamet, I guess. I don't know, somebody that DDG haters and chicks that love Halle Bailey would use as a flex towards DDG. But this is the thing, he doesn't care. He just wants to see his kid, from what I've gathered thus far. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Do you think Halle handled this well, or do you think that she is just spiraling right now and watching every stream frustrated? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.